Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cabby, CEO and owner of Locklicious, an all-natural product line for locked and loose natural crowns. And today I have something truly amazing to talk about. I know many of you have been hearing about this fantastic product, and it is Batana oil. So whether you're familiar with it or not, this is a natural oil and it has a fascinating history and some amazing benefits, especially for your hair and skin. So if you want to know more about this miracle oil and how it can transform your beauty routine, stick around because we're going to be covering everything from its origins to how you incorporate it in your daily life. So let's get started. Locklicious. So let's talk about the rich history of Batana oil. The oil is extracted from the nuts of the Ileis oleifera palm tree, which is native to the rainforest in Central America, primarily to Honduras. The indigenous Mosquito people, often referred to as Tawira, which means people of beautiful hair. They've been using this Batana oil for centuries as part of their hair and skin routines. This oil is deeply embedded in their culture, where it is traditionally used not only for beauty purposes, but also for medicinal properties. The production of Batana oil is an intricate and labor-intensive process. The Mosquito people carefully harvest the dry nuts and then hand process them to extract the rich golden oil. This process is eco-friendly and sustainable, which is important for preserving the rainforest ecosystem. So when you're using Batana oil, you are supporting a time-honored tradition and the preservation of natural resources. Now let's talk about why Batana oil is often referred to as a miracle oil. One of the key reasons why it's so beloved is because of its nutrient-rich composition. It is packed with essential fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins, making it incredibly nourishing for both your hair and skin. So let's talk about some of these benefits of using Batana oil. So one of the benefits is for hair growth and restoration. If you struggle with thinning hair or hair loss, especially in the earlier stages, Batana oil could be your solution. This oil is known for its ability to stimulate the hair follicle, promoting healthy growth and restoring damaged hair. It's rich in oleic and linoleic acids, which help moisturize the scalp, reduce dandruff, and prevent breakage. The second benefit is it adds shine and softness to your hair. If you find that your hair is looking a bit dull, Batana oil is excellent for adding shine and softness to your hair. It penetrates deeply into the hair shaft, improving elasticity and leaving your hair feeling smooth and silky. That's why it's often called the liquid gold of hair care. Another benefit of Batana oil, it heals scalp conditions. So this is also great for the health of your scalp. So if you suffer from dandruff, itchiness, irritation, rubbing Batana oil into your scalp can soothe and heal your scalp. The nutrients in the Batana oil helps to repair damaged skin cells, making it an excellent overall scalp care product. Another benefit of Batana oil, guess what? It's not just for your hair. It's fantastic for moisturizing your skin as well. Its high antioxidant content helps fight free radicals, reducing signs of aging and fine lines. Plus, it's super hydrating, which makes it perfect for those with dry, sensitive skin. Batana oil can help to soothe irritation and reduce inflammation. So that's good to know. If you don't believe what I have to say, the well-known herbalist Dr. Sebi had this to say about Batana oil.
There's this herb. It's a flower from a plant that grows like a palm. They call it Batana. La flor de Batana, the flower of Batana. This will make your hair grow and it will give it luster. It is just the best, magnificent. It is good.
So how to use Batana oil? For people with non-afro hair, it is recommended that you can leave in the Batana oil overnight and just wash it out in the morning. And some people say leave it on for an hour and you can wash it out. So it really depends on you, but it will give your hair an intense hydration boost and help repair any of the damage. You can also use Batana oil as a leave-in conditioner. And this is for all hair textures. After you wash your hair, if you apply just a small amount of Batana oil to your damp hair and your scalp, focusing on your ends and really bringing that Batana oil through the length of your hair, This will definitely help to keep that shine and moisture locked in your hair. And for those that follow the lock method, either liquid oil or cream, or the liquid cream oil, you can definitely use Botana oil as the oil in either the LOC method or the LCO method. So for those of us who have afro kinky hair or curly hair or locked hair, once you apply Botana oil, you can treat it like any oil that you would apply to your hair. You wouldn't put an oil hair and wash your hair the next day. We usually add the oils in after our wash, and you can actually use Botana oil in that same way. And finally, if you're dealing with dry or itchy scalp, you can use Botana oil as a scalp treatment. Just massage a small amount into your scalp before bed and let it do its work overnight. By the morning, your scalp will definitely feel soothed and refreshed. For those who might be experiencing thinning in certain areas of your hair, you could definitely apply the Botana oil in those areas, massage it in, and this is something that you would want to do every night because it's going to help regenerate those damaged cells. So you can actually get Botana oil in its raw form, which it typically looks like this, or you can get it in an oil form. So basically, this goes through a fractionated process where components are separated in order for you to get the oil in this form where it does not solidify once the temperature of the oil drops. So kind of like coconut oil in a way. Most people will opt for the raw, pure Botana oil, and it typically looks like this. So I actually prefer the raw Botana oil over the oil because it's just an extra process. I believe the oil goes through to separate the components that causes the oil to solidify from the other components of the oil that remains liquid. I just kind of feel like something might be getting taken out of it. So I typically don't use the oil. Also, if you see the raw form, if you allow it to, you just get a little bit of it on your hands. And I got some black gloves just so you can see, as you rub it and it hits our body temperature, as you're going to see, it turns into an oil. So there's really no need to get it in an oil format because this will completely turn into an oil. I prefer using the Botana butter. I'm going to call it Botana butter. So what is the extraction process? So Botana oil can be extracted in one of two ways. It can be extracted in the traditional way of the people of La Mosquita, Honduras. The process involves crushing the palm kernel, heating it, allowing it to cool off, and after it cools off, let them dry out. After they dry out, then you crush it again to actually get the seed out, because the palm kernel is very tough, so it does require a labor-intensive process in order to get the Botana out. And they typically have to roast it over fire twice, I think, when they first get the kernel, and then once they actually get the Botana, the seed, out of the shell, then they roast it a second time. And so typically you have a smell like a roasted coffee smell. That's what this is going to smell like. It has a roasted coffee smell. The other process entails the Botana oil being cold pressed. And so when the Botana oil is cold pressed, it's going to come out in almost like this clear or white-ish product. And so if you think about it, it's, to cold press is essentially you take this kernel and with a lot of force, you just crush it until it yields the amount of oil that you can get out of it. A lot of people like the fact that cold press oils, you don't have to obtain it with heat. You can just apply the pressure and then the oil will come out of it. Another thing about the cold pressed Botana oil, it has a lighter smell than the roasted Botana oil. So if you prefer a heavier roasted coffee smell, that's going to be the Botana oil that is roasted. If you want a lighter smell, it's going to be the cold pressed Botana oil. And I'm going to do also a demo of what this looks like when you apply it. So let's take a look at this. I'll just scoop a little out. This is what it looks like. And we're just going to apply it to my hand. And again, what you're going to see is that it turns oily, and once it hits the temperature of your hand or whatever you're going to put it on, it's going to liquefy, it's going to melt. This is a great product for anyone who's looking for a product to help with any hair issues that they're experiencing right now, or if they just want something to maintain healthy hair, this is a fantastic product for that. So the last thing I want to cover in this video is as I was on the hunt for botana oil, I decided to take a look and see what is on the market today. And I got quite a bit of samples from different suppliers all over, not just in Honduras, but you have people in China and other places that are selling botana oil. And so after getting all these samples in, what I realized is that true botana oil should melt once it reaches that temperature. Any temperature, I believe, above 86 degrees, it should start to melt. And so if that is not happening, then you may not have real botana oil. Also, botana oil should never be green in color. Not to say that other places can't receive the botana seeds and process it there at their location, because they absolutely can. But I think sometimes you might run the risk of not knowing what else they're putting in there. So if you're not getting it straight from Honduras, you just have to be very careful in terms of knowing where you're getting it from, and make sure it has the certifications, especially if you are a business owner and you want to resell it. You just have to make sure you have the right certifications, the certificate of analysis, or whatever it is that you need to make sure that whatever's in this product is 100% botana oil. But I did, so in my search, I received this botana oil from a supplier in China. And see, it looks vastly different than this botana oil. This almost looks like peanut butter, right? Whereas this is more like a gritty texture, a gritty substance. And so we're gonna take a look at this one. Let's scoop some of it out. Okay. And see, we'll put it on my palm. Now the test will be, how does this actually rub in, or does it spread out? This doesn't completely melt. It melts a little bit. So it actually does have botana oil in it, but it might be mixed with something else. But as you see that this doesn't completely melt in. It should. And so that's how you kind of know if it's 100% botana. I'm not going to say anybody's product is fake, but it just might have things in there that you don't want it to. And this is for a sample that I got from China. You see that? It's just not, And I'm going to try it again with the other botana oil, just so you can see. So we'll try it again with this botana oil straight from Honduras. Okay, so we're just going to rub that in. So again, once it hits a temperature that is above 86 degrees Fahrenheit, it will automatically start to melt. Look at that. Way different than that other glove, right? So just definitely make sure you're getting the real botana oil. So if you are looking for botana oil, we just got in our botana oil from La Mosquita, Honduras. So we have it in the roasted and the cold press. So it will be available on our website. So definitely check us out. And if you have any questions, let us know. But there you have it. These are all the benefits of botana oil. It is truly a powerhouse product. So definitely give botana oil a try. You will not be disappointed. Until next time.